What's up, welcome back to my channel. Today is race 2 of F126 season career mode. We're going to be skipping right to the sprint race, as here we have a Q sprint qualifying tree here where we got 3rd place. We're going to be sprinting right into the sprint race, since this is a sprint weekend and we're not trying to make this video very long. So yeah, let's get into this one. Let's see what we can do here on the sprint race. Try to get a good result, but the one that really matters is the actual Chinese Grand Prix. So yeah, we'll see what happens. Alright guys, let's get into this one here. Let's go to the sprint race here in China, as we're going to be heading off to 5 red lights, and it's lights out and away we go off to the Chinese sprint race. We have an not so good start, as we have Bortoleto already claiming ground on us. We're going to go for the overtake on Oscar Piastri on the outside. He's defending pretty well, but is he going to manage to defend that position all the way through? Yes, he is. I'm going to be using some pushback into the inside of turn 2, getting that overtake done on Oscar Piastri, but he still didn't let go. But now we finally got 2nd place. We can chase after Max Verstappen, even though he has gained a good amount of ground on me there. But now we have Oscar Piastri putting pressure on us again for that 2nd place, but it looks like we won that battle here. In lap 3, we'd have Oscar Piastri and me fighting for 2nd once again on the straight. He'd have DRS, I would not. I'm going to be trying to go for the overtake, rounds the outside, and it looks like I would be managing that one there, and I did. I managed to get that overtake done on the Australian driver, and that's the position we'd keep until lap 5, as Oscar Piastri would try to go for the overtake back on me here on the inside. I'll have, as there's a bit of contact there between me and Piastri, as he has the inside, I have the outside, but then the roles would be switched, as I would be getting that inside and getting that overtake done at the end of that one there, and managing to secure 2nd place on the sprint. Alright guys, here we are going into the actual qualifying session. As in Q1, we managed the 7th place. Not the best, but it is rainy weather, so I mean, it's ultimate qualifier. As in Q2, we'd be up for elimination, but managed to get P1 there for Q3. So that would mean that we would be moving on to the last qualifying session, which is great. I thought we'd be eliminated there, but we managed to get a very, very good lap at the end. And now here, at the end of Q3, we managed to somehow get our first pole position of the season. And what a qualifying session this was. I know you guys didn't see much of it, as I'm not trying to make these videos very long, so you guys can really enjoy them, but it was a pretty good qualifying session.
It's time again then for Formula One in Shanghai. Northwest of the thriving city of over 24 million people is a circuit that first featured in the championship calendar back in 2004. It played host to Formula One's 1000th Grand Prix back in 2019. Shanghai International Circuit then is a 16-corner high-speed thrill ride. The long and ever-tightening right-hander at turns 1 and 2 tests a driver's patience, and the flat, open to the elements location, test their skill in a crosswind. 2 DRS zones will assist passing, and they're available into turn 1 and down the kilometre-long back straight into turn 14. It's time to see how our drivers are stacking up after yesterday's exciting qualifying session. Rodriguez lines up on pole position, and Lewis Hamilton completes the front row. Considering the rest of the grid, we have Norris, Russell, Yuki Tsunoda, and Albon. Hadjar, Fernando Alonso, Bortoleto, and Oscar Piastri. Sainz, Stroll, Andrea Kimi Antonelli and Gasly. Lawson, Colapinto, Max Verstappen and Nico Hülkenberg. Behrman and Esteban Ocon lines up at the back of the grid. It's almost time for those 5 red lights to go out then. Let's see who can prevail today. And alongside me in the commentary box today, a man who I always look up to, which is easier said than done, Anthony Davidson. As we all know, every single driver wants to know what's required of them. And in the case of this driver, I think things are pretty stable at the moment. They're doing what the team require.
Well, that's the thing, you know, as a driver, it's easy to feel like you're the individual. It's all about you. And, you know, you want to further your career the best you can, but you have to have the team hat on as well and play the team game, work with your teammate as best you can. It's not an easy balance to figure out.
Okay, here we go. I know what you can do. Don't let me down.
Alright guys, we're going to be starting the race off here with the Ferrari front row lockout, which is an amazing start to the season as we're going to go off to 5 red lights. It's going to be lights out and away we go off here in Shanghai for the Chinese Grand Prix as me and Lewis Hamilton off to a pretty good start. Lewis Hamilton does not even challenge for the lead as I got a way better start of the line here. We have Tsunoda and Alonso fighting for P6. And now it looks like Alonso might be getting the better of Tsunoda. Tsunoda has the inside, going for that overtake on Alonso. Is he going to manage? No, he's not. Alonso has the better line off the straight here on Tsunoda. And now me and Hamilton fighting for the lead as it looks like I had lost it for 1 second, but I got it back. It looks like Tsunoda is going to be losing the position to Alonso. And now we're going to have Antonelli versus Gasly for P13. And it looks like the Mercedes driver should be getting the better of the Alpine driver, and he does. He gets into 13th place. Antonelli right now in 13th. I'm in first here, and me and Hamilton had a pretty good fight here for first. Now it's going to be Norris and Hamilton because Norris is closing up on Lewis Hamilton. Bortoleto right now in 10th place, and it looks like Stroll might be challenging for that points paying position soon rather than later. And now it's been a pretty good start to the race. We're going to be having the long straight, which permits a VRS. No DRS yet because it's lap 1, not lap 2. But it looks like Lewis Hamilton is going to go for that overtake. It's side by side between me and my teammate. Let's see if I manage to get that overtake. Then I'm going to have the outside. He has the inside. But I do manage to get it done. No real issues there on that battle between me and my teammate. And now we have Tsunoda and Albon now fighting for P5. Tsunoda overtook Alonso. Now he's going to try to overtake Albon. He does not manage to get a better of the Williams driver, but we'll see later on this race. Now we are in lap 3. Lando Norris going for the overtake on me. Is he going to manage to get it done? For now he does, but now with the inside, and I'm going to brake later than him and get it done hopefully. He's going to still try to stick around the inside, but not managing to do that. And I managed to get that overtake done back in first place as no one has been managing to challenge for my lead. And I was going to be 3 wide here going into turn 15. But I still keep the position. Norris keeps his position, and in lap 5 I decide to head straight into the pits to get a fresher pair of tires. We'll see if that pays off later on in the race, but for now I will be leaving the pits in P13. Now we will have to see this battle between Lawson and Colapinto for P10 as I'm right behind Behrman, and I'm catching up to them slowly. As Lawson, is he going to manage to get this overtake done on Colapinto, or is Colapinto going to manage to get P10 on Lawson? We'll have to see that one here. As right now it's a great battle between the two, but it looks like Lawson would be managing to get a better pace off, as Colapinto may have had to let off some speed there just to not get into a crash. And now we're going to be seeing Lawson and Hülkenberg fight for P5, as this is a lap later. Now I'm in P6 after all the pit stops, and now I'm also getting in this battle here, as it's going to be a 3-wide battle between me, Hülkenberg, and Lawson for P4 now. And considering that someone else may have pit, maybe we'll get another position, as yes, Verstappen has pit. Now we are in 3rd place, and provisional first place after both of them pit, and they did, as now I'm back in 1st place, as we have now Alonso and Albon fighting for P6. Which one of the drivers will get that position done is going to be Alonso. And now we have Hamilton and Piastri fighting for P4, and it looks like Piastri would go around the inside and Hamilton gets that overtake done. So far, everyone that has went around the outside has gotten the position on the inside driver. And now we have Hulkenberg, Colapinto, we have Verstappen, Ocon fighting for P17. And you've got to be wondering what the hell happened to the Red Bull driver, as now he's in P17. He's not even fighting for points anymore. Does the car have an issue? We'll see if that question's answered later on, as right now it's Tsunoda versus Albon, and Tsunoda will be getting that overtake done. Very smooth overtake round on the inside of Albon there, and we have Ocon and Verstappen fighting, and it does look like Verstappen had an issue with his car, as he is braking, and now he's come to a complete stop here in Shanghai. He's out of this race. Sainz, I don't know what happened with him. Now he's in last place, 6 seconds behind everyone else. And it looks like now Lando Norris will be trying to get an overtake done on me on the last lap. He has the inside, I have the outside. Max Verstappen is still stopped there on the last lap. I have the outside, I managed to squeeze him there and get that overtake done. As it's going to look like it's going to be the win here in Shanghai. It's going to be the win for me in the Chinese Grand Prix. Once again, what a race. It wasn't easy, but we managed to get it done. And that's going to be the win here for the Chinese Grand Prix. What a race this was for me, what a race this was for Ferrari. They're going to retain the lead in the Constructors' Championship, and I'm going to retain the lead in the Drivers' Championship. What a race this was. It wasn't the easiest race. We've gotten challenged for the lead many times, but that strategy I had paid off to pit earlier than everyone else. And yeah, Oscar Piastri also wins the Drivers' race, so congratulations to him. Alright guys, it was a great race. We had a lot of good battles for the lead, as it was mostly on the straight, where most of it happened. That's a dead competition. Probably the longest straight right now. So yeah, let's see where we end up on page 8. Now we're on page 10. I'll see you all on the next one. Goodbye.